Hello and welcome back to my channel. We got some interesting news today from the gaming industry. And before we start, do like the video and subscribe as it helps out a lot for this channel. First off, I want to keep the hype train going in for Cyberpunk 2077 as last night, Night City Wire just released a preview of the game from Series X and S. I had to say, I just can't wait to be immersed in the world as CD Projekt Red has meticulously crafted the lore to its utmost potential as the world looks vibrant and the characters are well defined, especially the gangs. Looking at the next gen preview, it looks like it's on par compared to the PC version of the game which they have previously shown. The dark tone in the special shows how dangerous each mission can be. The gunplay shown here is simple so far, though we'll be able to customize each weapons, and it's interesting to see the different types of builds that we can create. So far, no additional details have been discussed at the end of Night City Wire Episode 4, so we'll be pleasantly surprised for what they have in store for us in the upcoming Night City Wire Episode 5, which will air on the 19th of November. I will be covering the new episode, so stay tuned! Moving on to the next story for today, Microsoft has been making big moves this year, from improving their Xbox Game Pass, xCloud for streaming, and of course its $7.5 billion acquisition of ZeniMax Media. Recently, Xbox Chief Financial Officer Tim Stewart talked about the bright future of Bethesda and ZeniMax games by stating that they will be first or better or best on Xbox platforms at launch. This showcases that Bethesda games will have timed or exclusive content in order to win more consumers to purchase the Series X or S. Phil Spencer did say that they will have a case-to-case basis in terms of planned release for all future games, especially on already announced cross-platforms like Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield, which we'll probably see after 2 years maximum, and it's difficult to see that Bethesda games would be exclusive to Xbox as they've been multi-platform ever since. We have additional news from Bethesda that they are currently working on quite possibly 2 first-party games with Xbox. As hiring from their Montreal and Austin studios have posted, we can see in the tweet below that one industry insider named Scalzi showed rumored titles such as Spy Team and Giant Monster News are in the works. These are quite interesting as these games could potentially be AAA titles. Our next story talks about God of War 5, and it may not be a PS5 exclusive after all. Through an interview with Telegraph, PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan would not confirm if the game would be a PS5 exclusive. As quoted, "Sorry, I've got nothing to say about that today." His refusal to comment on the matter hints that the game might be going to PS4. Sony did say that they are still planning on supporting the PS4 as Horizon Forbidden West and Spider-Man Miles Morales are considered cross-gen titles. On the other side of Sony Santa Monica, they've recently hired journalist and gamer Alana Pierce as a junior writer. Alana has previously worked with IGN and Funhouse Rooster Teeth, and her YouTube channel is known for having different takes on the gaming industry as well as having unbiased opinion on video games. She wrote screenplays, short stories, books, and even consulted on 3 video games. Clearly, her passion is apparent, and it's thrilling to know what she can bring to the table. Based on her recent video, she's been wanting to work with Sony Santa Monica for such a long time already. It's quite unfortunate on what recently happened to Capcom. A cyber hacker syndicate called Ragnar Locker has decided to attack the company, and about 1 terabyte of their data was stolen. A ransom of 1.1 billion Japanese yen, or $11 million, was demanded. As Capcom did not want to pay the ransom, the syndicate has decided to leak the stolen data. On the summary of the video game side of leaks, Resident Evil Village has a current-gen release, an April launch, and a demo before the release. New Resident Evil multiplayer referred as Project Highway or Village Online, and it's some sort of battle royale. New Ace Attorney collection for PS4 and Switch. New Switch IP titled as Guillotine. Monster Hunter Rise on PC releasing on October 2021, with demos for Switch in January and March. Monster Hunter Stories 2 on PC. Resident Evil 4 VR. New shooter game titled as Shield geared towards streamers. source code for Devil May Cry 2 and Umbrella Chronicles, Stadia paid Capcom 10 million US dollars to put Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village on the platform, and Sony paid 5 million for VR Time DLC demo exclusivity. Based on all the stories, the most interesting one for me is the new Switch IP, which is Guillotine. As recently, we all know that Capcom did release amazing games such as the Resident Evil remakes and Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. Next thing is I'm really hoping that Capcom separates the VR game from the Resident Evil 4 remake. A lot of people, including me, would want to see the third-person remake instead. Though, if the VR is upgraded and as good as Half-Life Alyx, then I'm all for it. The Battle Royale game, man, seriously, haven't we had enough of Battle Royale games already? If they create a gameplay loop that is innovative, then it may stand a chance at being unique in the genre. The Shield game that's for streamers looks like it's going to be a Battle Royale as well. The title actually reminds me a lot of Hyperscape. Oh, we'll just have to see. Resident Evil 8 has uploaded a photo of a transformed looking Chris Redfield on the Steam app. Capcom has not yet commented on the photo, though I'm hoping that Chris isn't one of the bad guys as we've been rooting for him ever since, and especially when he punched the huge boulder from Resident Evil 5. Upcoming Ubisoft game Immortals Fenyx Rising has graced the cover of Gameinformer's November issue. They provided 2 artworks as well as upcoming information on the world's first 2 regions, interaction with the Greek gods, and a battle with one of the 4 powerful world bosses. Fenyx Rising does take the formula of Ubisoft's previous games and elevates it by providing additional mechanics with Breath of the Wild-like gameplay elements in terms of exploration and puzzle solving. So if you're a fan of the game like I am, then we gotta stay tuned for the whole month of November for Gameinformer's coverage. Because by far, I'm liking what I've seen and I'm looking forward to its release. Cheers everyone, we finally got Demon's Souls Remake on the PS5, and it is highly acclaimed by both critics and users alike. Reviews have stated that it remained faithful to the original version of the game and has improved a lot in the case of graphics and gameplay, which in the end provided a much better playing experience. I for one cannot wait to get my hands on it as currently here in the Philippines, PS5 is going to launch on the 11th of December. So I have a long time to prepare myself through means of walkthroughs and research. Lastly, we're gonna talk about an upcoming game called Everywhere that's potentially releasing on the next-gen consoles, and the project is led by former Rockstar North's producer and game designer Leslie Benzies. Benzies has worked on GTA titles such as Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, and 5, and was also involved in the development of Manhunt and Red Dead Redemption. Ever since his departure from Rockstar, Benzies was securing funding for the new project and has set up a studio called Build a Rocket Boy with over 120 employees. The game is now currently using Unreal Engine due to its technological benefits. Funding came from different sources, such as Chinese technology company NetEase and New York City cryptocurrency investor Galaxy Interactive. As of now, there's a scarce amount of information on the game. Benzies did assure that GTA fans will enjoy their upcoming expansive open world. So right now guys, to be honest, we're all due with a new modern open world game that's interesting. But let's not get our hopes up just yet, as we need to see gameplay first. And that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching and let me know what you guys think about the news in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about your thoughts and let's have an awesome discussion. Take care everyone and I'll see you all soon.